everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to Show and Tell Gospel, where we are always busy keeping God famous. I'm your host, Paris L. Ritter, and I'm so excited because we have a very special guest with us today. Please help me welcome Pastor Ron Brown.
Hi, everybody.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for coming out on this nice day with this nice weather.
No, that's right. It's hot.
Yeah, it's been some pretty trying times. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Ron Brown. I am 28 years old. I'm married to a wonderful woman. I'm the lucky one here. I am. let me get that straight. I'm the lucky one. I have 3 beautiful children. We love God and we love each other.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So you said wife, 3 kids.
Yes, ma'am.
You're also the pastor of the Love Center.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us about the church.
Well, the church was actually birthed not only through a vision and from the voice of God and from Him telling me what He wanted me to do, but it was actually brought upon through a sad time of my life. You know, and I think that sometimes we go through so much that we don't take the time to process how hurt we really are.
Wow.
You know, so I was actually at a church called Greater Peace, which I loved. I love that church. I was on Mac. I forget the other street, but things ended there, and I was so hurt, and I was in a broken place. And God showed me the vision for the Love Center, just a place where people can come and experience the true love of God. Rejection, I don't care. I love you. You know, it's not about what you've been through. It's really about where you're going. I just want everyone to know that, you know, we have a place here where we show you the real love of Jesus Christ. You know, not this fake stuff that you get, you know, not somebody telling you, oh, we're here for you. No, we're here showing it.
Right.
Because we want everyone to be healed. We want everybody to be loved and operate in what God wants them to operate in.
So in your pain, God gave you a vision to start a church.
Yes, ma'am.
And you called it the Love Center.
Yes, ma'am.
That is so profound. How were you able to find peace? How were you able to find comfort? And how were you able to find the Love Center in your pain?
Because, well, one thing, I truly believe that ministries, because we see a lot of them popping up nowadays, but if I am the leader and if God has called me, then the ministry has to mirror a piece of me. And of course, it has to be about Him. But I can't call it the Love Center if I don't embody love.
Right.
You know, so when I was going through my pain, I'm still yet here, able to be here for people. You know, I'm still yet able to show love to people. And God was like, well, you're doing what I want you to do. This is the place where I want you to do it at. The Love Center. It's not the Love Church.
Right.
It's a center for people who haven't been loved by those who should love them. And that's what I'm here for.
That's good. That's good. So I want to ask you, you made a Facebook status that I thought was really interesting, especially in this day and age, because like you said, we see churches popping up everywhere. We see everybody becoming minister this, pastor this, reverend that. And not to say that the church has kind of lost protocol in that sense, where people are just able to pop up, because those people may not know.
Right.
You know,
that's very true.
Not that anyone may have purposely
good
called
point.
them to be a pastor, but just that they felt that they were called, but may not have been under leadership for the covenant and for covering.
Right.
For proper training and everything.
That's a very good point. It is. I'm serious.
So your Facebook status said Jesus isn't being preached anymore. Just confused theology, charismatic sociology, watered down psychology, a shout out to haters, and a praise break to the hottest secular song. Hashtag just an observation.
Right.
Hashtag I'm worried. Hashtag I preach Jesus. Can you expound on this thought?
Okay.
I saw you got a couple of likes and some
just a few.
Yeah, some confused faces, some oh my God. Because you know Facebook has all those reactions now. So we don't have any dislike buttons yet. But
I'm pretty sure I would have got a few if they had them out, you know. But yeah, I mean it's I mean, honestly, of course, we know it's pretty self-explanatory, but the truth is, as if we delve a bit deeper, is that I think in people's quest to know God in today's society, as it pertains to today's church, a lot of people want God without wanting the responsibilities that comes along with the relationship.
That's good. Responsibilities, not consequences. A lot of people feel like it's just rules and regulations when you become a Christian on what you can and can't do. But it's just like any other relationship, you have responsibilities. I have responsibilities to my husband. You have responsibilities to your wife. That's good. I like that.
I try to be careful how I word things, but it's just the truth of the matter. And I think that if we as leaders, knowing the landscape as it is today, we need to be more careful about what we put out there for people, because we know that people really don't want God as our forefathers known it. They don't want him like that. And I think a message of Jesus, a Jesus-centered message, isn't being preached, but more so a message of hope. And where they are similar, it's not the same. So we get people telling everybody, oh, feel good and I want you to prosper. And those are wonderful things to tell people. But it's not centered in Jesus. And if it's not centered in Jesus, you're only giving people a quarter of the message and not giving them the whole meal.
Yeah. That's
good. And I find it really hurtful from a leadership standpoint that we have people that flock to many different churches, many different ministries, and I'm not negating or diminishing them in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But it's hurtful from a leadership standpoint, because we should know better about when people coming in. I want you to feel good. I definitely want you to feel good. As I say, I want you to feel love. But love is also hurtful at times. It's long suffering. So my thing is, give people the entire meal instead of just telling them they're going to feel good. No, it's watered down. Or it's not Jesus-centered. It's charismatic sociology. I want you to feel good about, what you see in your urban setting. I'm going to make you feel good about it because I'm a charismatic person. It's what I said, watered down psychology. You will hear somebody say, hurt people, hurt people. Well, delve into that point, minister.
Right.
Don't just say it. Don't just gloss over it and keep going. But how does it apply to people's lives? Make it practical for people. Don't just say it. And as I say, a shout out to haters. I mean, because that's what happens in most sermons now. Tell your neighbor your haters ain't gonna keep you down, and the church goes crazy. And I'm like, you didn't say anything, Pastor. It makes me concerned.
So it sounds like you want people to really understand Jesus in his entirety, not just how he can make you feel good. It's almost like giving a kid dessert before their dinner, like, so it may make their stomach hurt that you gave them their dessert, as opposed to them having a full meal, or it may not sustain them if you only gave them dessert and didn't give them a full meal. It may not sustain them. So that's really good. So how long have you been in ministry?
I've been in ministry. I'm 28. I've been in ministry licensed since I was 20.
Oh, wow.
I've been pastoring for 6 years now. As I said, I started at Greater Peace. I was there for about 4 or 5 years. And then that's when, about a few months after that, that's when the Love Center was birthed.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So if you could describe your church in 3 words, what would it be?
An experience of God, or a love-filled experience. That's the best way to put it, because when you come in, there's not many of us, and honestly, someone would say that with a negative connotation attached to it. No, I say that to say it's better as right now as it stands, because we can truly love you from a personal standpoint when you come in.
Right.
You're not getting somebody who's putting on a face for you. No, you come in, we love you. That's it.
That's good. So can you tell us when you have services, where the church is located?
Well, I have services every Sunday at 2. Yes, ma'am. Every Sunday at 2, so you can get up, go to breakfast.
You like breakfast? That sounds like that was very well thought out. Like, y'all wanted to make sure y'all had good family time before y'all went to church, because the rest of us is getting out at 2 o'clock.
Mel, listen, but you know, it's funny because honestly, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way. You know, I'm not a big fan of long church because I was in church all the time when I was younger.
Trust
You
and
know,
believe, I understand.
so you know, they drug my brothers and sisters out to church every day of the week.
Yes.
You know, so I try to be out by 3:15. I started to. I'm trying to be out by 3:15. You come in. We're going to teach you. We're going to equip you. We're going to love on you. We're going to do everything that the Holy Spirit wants us to do and that God has ordained for us to do. And we're going home. So I want to eat.
We're going home, right? Exactly. We're going to eat this full course meal that Pastor Brown just gave us. Just the desserts. We're gonna go home and actually apply what it was that you talked about. Yes, so you said 2:00 every single Sunday.
2:00 every single Sunday, and we're at 13881 Joseph Campo.
Alrighty.
Sundays at 2.
So okay, so I'm gonna go back a little bit because you said you were a family man. So I want to talk a little bit about the balance.
Okay.
How do you separate Pastor Ron from husband Ron? Dad, Ron, brother, son, how do you separate? Like, when does the hat come off?
That is a loaded question, man. What is this?
How do you separate it?
How do I separate it? Honestly, it took work because, so as I said, I started pastoring at an early age, right? I think I was only 21. So we were married, we had a baby, we're married and started pastoring all within like 3 months.
Wow.
And
wait, 3 months.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a newlywed, a new father, and now a new pastor. Wow. In 90 days?
Well, let me be real with you. As I said, no, we had a baby.
Okay.
Became
husband and wife.
Became husband and wife. Then became pastor.
Wow.
Yeah, all within 90 days. And I say that to say that it took work to be able to separate that because we got slammed with everything in such a fast time frame. And then, we had, as I said, 2 more beautiful children. And so it's like ministry and church were all that we knew, so it took me getting wise counsel from some anointed and very blessed and wise men of God who let me know, basically, you need 3 vacations a month, not a month. Well, I wish. I wish, but no. We had 3 vacations a year. 1 for you and your family, 1 for you and your wife, and then 1 for you. And it took me about 5 years to get to that point. But I've learned that even though as a pastor I take the church home with me, and everybody else can leave the church at church.
Right.
I've learned that my family needs me more as husband, as a father, as brother, or whatever relationship presents itself at that point. And so I've learned not to, take the church everywhere with me, but I've learned to go home and love my wife as me, because we can't lose ourselves in ministry. So
that's good. Can't lose yourself in ministry. Wow. I'm still stuck. 90 days, kid, marriage, and ministry.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh.
Man, listen. Okay.
That was a lot, but you guys made it. You pushed through, and you're here now. So that is so amazing. So now I want you to look into this camera right here, and I want you to encourage that young minister, that young pastor who also believes that they heard from the voice of God to tell them to start a church or to start a ministry or to just go into ministry, who may have just had a child or may have just gotten married. So they may be a little on the fence on how they're actually supposed to full throttle, deep or dive into ministry when they have all these other responsibilities.
Okay, well, a few things, and take what I say to heart. Number 1, hear, listen, and love God. And number 2, if I could write a book, if God had blessed me with that, it would be How to Survive the Saints. Okay, you're going to have to learn to push everybody else out the way and learn that even when others don't carry your vision, you can't get mad at them for not carrying your vision because God didn't give it to them, He gave it to you. So don't get mad if people don't show up. Don't get mad if nobody in your corner. Why? Because you are dependent on God. And if God told you to do it, he'll see you through it. Finally, learn to have fun. This isn't a walk that is going to make you hate yourself. Learn to have fun in each and everything that you do. I know we have to prepare. I know we have to, be there with our family. And I know we have all of these responsibilities. But always remember, have fun. It is okay to take one day. Take your family. Take the new baby or whatever it is at that moment, But take that go out and just like it's a beautiful day outside now, just enjoy the day. Leave church at church. Leave the hurt at home. Just have fun.
That's really, really good. I like that. You said hear, listen, and love God. Yes. I really, really like that. Yes. So you guys have been tuned in to Show and Tell Gospel with my special guest, Pastor Ron Brown. I am Paris L. Ritchie, your host, do it the most. No, I'm joking. We appreciate you all for tuning in today, where we are always busy keeping God famous right here on Show and Tell Gospel. Make sure that you follow our hashtag Show and Tell Gospel. Make sure that you're following us everywhere on social media at Show and Tell Gospel, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, and like our Facebook page. We will be back with another episode very soon. See you guys next time.